Developing at 6, a former Georgia police officer shot and killed 2 others and then himself. Channel 2 Action News investigated the officer's role in a notorious police-involved shooting years ago. Channel 2 investigative reporter Nicole Carr live in Midtown Atlanta. Nicole, some said that there were warning signs leading up to this shooting.
Justin, that's thanks to those involved in this officer's latest legal challenges. But for those involved in that infamous 2010 police shooting case that made Corey Sasser's name a part of all these headlines, they say all of this, what just happened last night, was completely preventable.
This just never should have happened. He never should have had this opportunity. The signs were everywhere.
This is how we first introduced you to Glynn County Officer Corey Sasser back in 2015 when a Channel 2 and Atlanta Journal-Constitution series on police-involved shootings made the Caroline Smalls 2010 killing the face of questionable, mishandled investigations.
The Glynn County Police Department has been protecting Corey Sasser for 20 years. They've protected him at every turn, and it sure seems like they did it again here.
Sasser died Thursday night at the tail end of his second police standoff in a month. It comes years after a grand jury cleared Sasser and a second officer of any wrongdoing in shooting the unarmed Small, despite records showing how their former boss stacked the case in the officer's favor, and the local DA failed to show the grand jury the actual murder indictment. Sasser became entangled in a nasty divorce, his attorney confirming that days before the apparent murder-suicide, he gestured a threat to his estranged wife and her boyfriend in a restaurant.
If I'd had any concerns at all about him hurting anybody or himself, I would have called somebody.
Sasser was out on bond. He had a gun during that first standoff, violating the terms of the bond, and the suspended officer was set to begin a firearms instructor job in Florida.
There's no doubt in my mind that if Corey Sasser is an ordinary citizen and not a police officer, he's not out of jail, and those 2 people are still alive. As I understand it, they're 3 little kids who don't have any parents anymore. And that's just tragic.
Now, Atkins says he hopes there will be an investigation, an independent one, launched into a documented pattern of Sasser's questionable, violent, and illegal actions and how that didn't result in disciplinary actions along the way. The Brunswick District Attorney who was involved in this case did not return calls seeking comment about this week's killings. Live in Midtown, Nicole Carr, Channel 2 Action News.